Hello and welcome to Guns and Gear. Going to make a series of videos while I'm on this camping trip. What are you doing, Sarge? You got sawdust all over you. With a new knife that I've got right here, and I'd like to show this knife to you. This is called the Big Boar Tusker, and it's made by Gossman's Knives. Gossman Knives, owner-operator Scott Gossman, has been around in the knife business for a good long time, and some of his knives have been featured in some of the Blade Knife magazines, and I think I said that before when I gave him a little bit of a shout out. But at any rate, this is the Big Boar Tusker. It's an 8-inch blade. It's made out of A2 steel, and he heat treats the steel himself, and he can pretty much make the knife made to order. Okay, I have a guard on this knife, and if there's anything that's going to be suspect, I think, in this knife, it's going to be this guard, because if you look, and it looks wonderful and it's fitted very well to the knife, but if you'll notice, the guard itself is open in the back here. So if there's going to be a weak spot on this knife, I would imagine that would be it. But this knife is a 1/4 inch thick, and it is a true 1/4 inch thick, and it feels like a meat cleaver with a point, I'm going to tell you. Now, I know some people, and matter of fact I did too, when I opened this up, I thought to myself, my gosh, why didn't I get a longer blade? This thing is just massive, it's awesome. But the more that I fiddle around with it, the more that I like the fact that it's an 8-inch blade, because it'll be a little bit easier toting around in the woods. But with the stout construction of this knife, it should still get a lot of work done by more work done than much larger knives. To give you a little bit of a size reference, and I've shown this knife in several of my videos, and I know a lot of people like this knife. Here is an R-tack, okay? And the R-tack is has a pretty good reputation of being a good woodsman's blade. And take a look at the difference in the thicknesses of the blades. I don't know if this is going to show up well, but this knife right here feels like it's 1.5 times the weight of this R-tack. Now the R-tack does have a longer blade, and if I'm not mistaken, it's made with 1095 steel and has this coating on it. One of the things that I never did like about the R-tack is the fact that it has a swedge that comes right up to an edge, a false edge, okay? And that can be very tough on your baton if you're batoning through wood. Now, as you can see that the blade is a little bit, if you go from edge to edge, you can see that the blade is about an inch and a half longer. But again, when you're batoning through wood, this sharpened swedge right here really just chews up your baton. If you'll notice this right here, all flat edges. These are sharp flat edges that you could use to scrape wood for starting fires or to scrape a ferrocerium rod. I gotta tell you, my first impressions of this knife is it's a beast, and I'm looking forward to doing some batoning. I got some of that oak that I was sawing up earlier in the video, and I thought I would go through that. Now, to give you a little bit more detail, the handle is made out of micarta, and this is just plain, not colored micarta. It has stainless steel pins, and the guard is held in place by stainless steel pins. So all in all, it looks like a very robust knife. 2 inches wide across the blade, okay? And it has a convex grind. Now, he does his convex grind for the whole entire blade. And I'm going to try to show, by kind of shining it up against the camera here, that the entire blade is grind to a convex edge. Okay, now let's get to a little batoning. Oh, all right, now let's see about getting some of that batoning done with the Big Boar Tusker. We'll start out with some smaller stuff here, work our way up. Some of the things you want to remember when you're batoning wood, okay? is you place the knife onto the wood. You don't try to chop into the wood. That's a good way of cutting your hand, right? In case you miss. You just lay it right on top of there and you can get it started. Yeah. Alright, excellent. Just lay it right on top of there. Let the baton do all the work. Now, you can notice that the tip on this, very substantial, very thick tip. Scott Gossman actually designs these knives to be hard used in the field, such as batoning. I know a lot of people think that batoning wood is actually abuse on a knife. And I'm not sure that I disagree with that. If I was in a survival situation and I had a good knife with me, why in the world would I want to take the chance on damaging it by beating it through wood? But I'm not in a survival situation. I'm camping, I'm having fun, and this is one of the things I like to do with wood. Okay, this is some of the fun I have when I go camping. So, okay, that's not much of a challenge right there. Let's try a little bigger piece. Now this is hardwood, so this is going to make me work a little bit. And I just went through a knot. Didn't seem like it was too much of a trouble at all. Alright, well, let's go ahead and graduate up to the big stuff. Let's try some of this seasoned oak. Gotta tell you, this stuff right here, very difficult, very hardwood. I think I need a bigger daggone baton to even get started. Wow. Tell you what, if this thing makes it through that, then it passes with flying colors. Here's the part I was worried about. This knife is wedged in there, so I'm going to have the bead on the back side of this knife. Never a good idea for handle material, but I'm a little bit concerned about the guard. Wow. Sarge is hassling and I'm doing all the work. Alright, I already feel it starting to give now. Should split soon, I hope. we go. We're starting to get through there now. All right, well, as y'all can see, that was some hard wood, huh? The blade seems no worse for wear. Show y'all up close. No chips or dings in it. And can y'all see my arm? And it's still cutting hair. Excellent. Well, Scott Gossman makes an awesome knife so far. Now that's just the first split, and hopefully years and years and years of good service out of this knife. So right now I gotta tell you, I'm very impressed with the heft of it, the thickness. I love the convex grind from the beginning all the way down to a convex edge. He really makes a quality knife. It's something that you might ought to check out. You can look on his website at Gossman Knives. All right, well, thanks a lot, folks. Appreciate you watching my videos. And remember to shoot straight on the range and in life. Thanks.